What's up, everyone? It's Sweaty Zeus. Last time we were streaming, we were here, and I decided it's probably better to come back here. I still think this area is probably a little overscaled for us. I usually want to come back here a little later. And we still need to go to Cainhurst. Got a lot of places left to go. So anyway, I'm going to try to go back and get to where I fell and grab my stuff, and then we'll continue on. So I did look up. This weapon is blunt, so even though it won't show your attack increasing, any attacks done with it are blunt, so they will go up. So whatever you have in blunt, I would probably throw them in this one because there's not a lot of other blunt weapons. I think this is the only one that every hit is blunt. So, and then obviously bolt, when you have it in the transform state, it's going to affect as well because it's charged electrically. So, So that thing I just stood on is a shortcut. You just had to walk on it, and then it's like a big tombstone, drops down, and then at the beginning of the level, you can just walk up it and cut out everything that was before that we had to fight through. So, get over here, you little bitch. There we go. I don't know why they have such crappy drops here. You know, like, this is a harder level. I feel like they should, at least have the twin stone shard drops. Yeah, you just come over here and then go up this, and then you can cut out everything before. So, wanted to show that. Okay, so if you've played a lot of FromSoft games, you're familiar with patches. This those are there to entice you, and it is patches doing so. If you follow those, he'll kick you down in the pit to leave you for dead, or at least that's the implication. So I'm gonna go a little more this way, and then I'll do it just so you can see the cutscene. But yeah, it's like kind of like a trap. So, anyways. Oh my gosh. I hate those dudes so much. The frenzy. But anyways, at least we defeated him and then passed away, so hopefully he won't be holding those. I should be able to just run up and grab him now. But I forgot he was the one that had him until I got like all the way up there, and I was like, oh yeah, I did get all the way here. I was thinking those two hunters were the ones, but it was him. So
Welcome home. What is it? Very well. Let me... Farewell, good heart.
I wanted to show rifle spear. I picked it up. I don't know if I'm going to use it or not because it partially scales off blood tinge, which I haven't invested in at all. It's kind of cool. I just really like spears in these type games. I usually play like a shield and spear build, but there's not really shields in this game. So the transformed version turns it into like a gun spear, and it's got a different moveset. But I think the blood tinge scaling only affects the shooting part, which is the L2. I don't have any here. We can do this. But it fires kind of like a shotgun spread. By the way, you can accidentally take her out. I did when I was just playing with a weapon before. But she'll just come back. So, anyways, that's that one. I picked up in the DLC. I got this one too, which I've already upgraded a lot, which is just a big hammer. And then it's got a like a fire thing, and your next hit after doing it will do like a explosive attack. But you can kind of chain it in, like in between your hits. So the other one I picked up was Beast Cutter. This is one I've used before. I was kind of looking for. I want to get the Beast Sight. That's another one I want to use. It's one of the fan favorites. This one's real good too. It's like a club kind of, and then it turns into like a whip. Anyways. I don't know. I think it counts as serrated. Doesn't look like it though, because it doesn't have the bonus for beasts. If you look down below quick silver bullet use durability, there's poison, bleed, and yeah, I'm playing Bloodborne. And then there's the slug, which are like the alien creatures, and then the beast. And if it's 100, it just means average damage. But if you look, like some of them have increased damage against beast. Don't have any yet that have increased damage against the kin, which are actually like the aliens. And I don't think I've really even got to them yet in the game. But yeah, I have Alan Wake too. I just haven't been streaming it because it's not really a good game for streaming. You do a lot of wandering around and trying to figure out shit. And it's like, man, it'd be boring to watch. But yeah, I'm playing through it right now, actually. I just got to the part where you're the band starts playing and you get the flare gun and like all those people are running out trying to take you out. It's a weird game. It's like you're tripping acid when you're playing it. Not that I've ever experienced that, but I would guess that's what. Done some drugs in my day, but not ever acid. Alright. I do want to try the hammer a little bit. And then the tonitrus. Is Alan Wake sidelined? I don't know what you mean there, bud. Is Alan Wake sidelined in Alan Wake? Do you mean like do you play as the girl too much? Is that what you're asking? Are you asking if it's like too woke or something? I don't think it's that. And normally I'm someone who gets annoyed by that shit. But I actually enjoy playing as the girl. And yeah, that's what I thought. Um, I actually prefer playing as the girl in Alan Wake. Funny enough, because not because I really care about it being a girl or guy, but the so I guess you haven't played it, but when you play as a girl, you're in the real world and like you're trying to figure out what happened to Alan Wake and like you're going around this community and you interview people and like you're talking to people and it's kind of cool. She's an FBI agent, so you have like a big cork board where you like have the case up on the board and you do the red string thing where you connect the case together and figure it out. It's really cool how they did it. And then also with her, you have a pistol and a shotgun, and it's kind of it's not open world, but it's like open area. You wander around and talk to people and try to piece the case together. And when you play as his, it's a little weird because the enemies are like shadow people, and you fight with a flashlight, and you get a gun, but I don't know, like it. His is like in a dream, so it's kind of weird. It's like really esoteric and hard to follow at times. And Alan's, you write the story and it changes the world. So no, I haven't played Spider-Man 2. I'm not really into. I played the Miles Morales one, but it's just a little too. It's just. I mean, I'm older, so it feels a little childy for me, you know. But it might be alright. It's just not really my type of game. I mostly play all the Souls games in Sekiro and Bloodborne. I'm in my 30s. We'll just leave it there. I was born in the 80s. I'm old, old, old. I was in the army for a while, so it feels like I lost out on a big part of my life. You know, like I had like 5 years that just disappeared. So like I'm still I'm still in the mindset of someone who's in their late 20s probably because I just had like 5 years of my life that just were gone, you know, where I just did what the army told me. So I'm still a kid at heart, and I like grew up playing video games. My dad got a regular Nintendo when I was like one, and like some of my first memories are playing regular Nintendo. Like there was a game called Gradius, which is like a space shooting game, and Ninja Turtles and all kinds of shit when I was a kid. So I've just always been into games. And honestly, I did kind of get bored with them for a while. And then because they were so easy, like I said, I like Soulsborne games, all the From Software games, like Armored Core. I just played Lords of the Fallen. I really liked. I used to play Call of Duty a lot. I don't really play it anymore. Just if you look at my channel, stuff that's up there, a lot of action adventure RPG type games. But I like games that are hard. Um, like I was gonna say, I got kind of bored with games a few years ago because if you're younger, you may not remember, but around 2011 through 2015, this thing started happening where they started making games very, um, what's the word? Like, very, like, real cinematic, where it was mostly like watching a movie. And they weren't, like, super difficult, you know? So I got kind of bored with them because there was no challenge. Oh, come on, man. It's not torture. You just gotta play it. If you play it long enough, you get good at it. Like, to me, this game's not really even hard. I mean, you get used to dying a little bit, but Dark Souls 3, I could probably play through the whole game now with dying less than 10 times. But I've beat it, you know, a lot. So it's just one of those things, the more you do, the better you get good at. But I like it because there's a reward feeling to it, you know? Feels rewarding when you defeat an enemy that took you like a lot of tries. These dudes are tough as fuck though. I was trying to remember. Oh yeah, I was gonna go to Cainhurst. I'm like, where was I going to go? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. Like games started becoming like movies, and that's one reason I like the. If you don't like hard games, you would hate Sekiro, but Sekiro's the one that got me back into games. It was so hard when I first picked it up, and I put it down for a while. But there's not the cinematics are interesting, but they're short. You know, which one is Cainhurst at? I think it's at this one. Yeah, but yeah, there's like the story's told more. You know, in the gameplay, and sometimes I like a good cinematic, but there were games going overboard with it. I like Uncharted games, but if you ever played those, like they have a lot of that. Yeah, you're right. Last of Us was one of those games. I do like Last of Us though because the story is so good. But I think you're right. It's a really observant thing. Like I think Last of Us did kind of change it because it was so big when it came out that everyone started trying to do that. And it works if you have, you know, an amazing story like Last of Us, the first one. It's like, oh god, I hate these things. These things are so bad. Um, oh fuck. Um, but yeah, but not every game is The Last of Us, you know. So they all started trying to do that, and I don't think it works all the time. You see why these things suck? They're like so hard to hit. You thought God of War 2018 was a snooze fest? I didn't think so. I mean, I played it on hard though, so I could see if you played it on easy, it probably would feel like it. No, you don't sound mean. I'm not the guy who made the video game. You're not hurting my feelings. If you were saying, calling me names, I would probably think you're mean, but I'm uh I'm cool with it. Like I don't get my feelings hurt over people saying things they think, you know. Same parent thing. Oh, yeah. Nah, dude, yeah, I got you. You don't have to explain to me. I totally get what you're putting down. I don't care what people do, you know, but some games do try to force it, and that's where it gets very annoying, you know. Like if someone wants to be that, like by all means, like that's what you want to do. You know, I'm not gonna tell you how to live, but I do hate it when it's like just constantly forced down your throat. And I'm sure it's probably what you're talking about too. God, these things are such a pain in the fucking ass. Oh my god, I hate these things so much. That's all I wanted. You guys can have your little corner of the world right there. Alright. Let me get my headset. I think it's... Since I got someone in the chat. Hang on one sec. Alright. Can you hear me alright? My, my headset... Resident Evil 4... yeah, I have it on my channel. I actually played it when it came out. So you're old... Oh no, fuck, I didn't even see my health. Ah. These ticks are like... the worst. I do love the design of the monsters and the world in these games too. I like the super disgusting, like demon looking enemies that you fight. That would like scare the shit out of you if you saw them in real life. These giant ticks. I'm from, I live in Kentucky right now. From Kentucky and lived in Texas for a while and moved back to Kentucky. Um, I wish I was still in Texas, but probably moving to Florida in the next couple of years. So I'm excited about that. I hate the cold. I've kind of lived all over though. Like I've moved so much, and then when I was in the army, I was actually stationed in Germany for a while. So I played the first Arkham Knight, and then the one. What's the one where you're in the city as Batman? It came out after that. It was a long time ago, but I haven't played any of the new ones. What's the one that came out about like a year ago? Came out in 2022, I remember. It was Arkham something or other. But I think like a different studio made it, from what I heard. No, 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 no. Gotham Knights, yeah. Oh, you mother... Oh my gosh. Oh man. Um, yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I heard that one wasn't very good. But I played the one where you're Batman and you it's like kind of open world. Gotham Knight, maybe? I don't remember. It came out around probably like 8 years ago. You played Sekiro Togenichiro? That's awesome. Did you, yeah, Arkham Knight, yeah. The first one where you're just in the,
The first one where you're just in the like in the asylum, I remember, but it's kind of like more linear, where you're just following a set path, you know. And then the second one, Arkham Knight, I played. I actually really liked, where you kind of get to go around the city. But I never played any more of them after that. That's about when I stopped playing games, and I kind of got out of them. Asylum City Night. Yeah, okay. Um, yeah, if you got to Genichiro though, man, I did a full walkthrough of Sekiro on my channel. If you ever decide to play it again, check it out because I broke down all the boss fights in slow motion, like how to get through them and. Oh fuck! Gosh. My real name? I don't want to say that, but it's Mason. I'll tell you my first name. M-A-S-O-N. My last name's very, very rare. So if I said my first and last name, like you could find out who I am, like in a half of an instant. Because Mason, when I was born, was a super rare name. Probably one of in the 1980s, like Mason was like a very rare name. And then my last name, there's only like 500 people in the whole United States. My last name. Chatiz, maybe? Chatiz Tara, I would guess. Yeah, Mason from Call of Duty. That's his last name in that one, but it's my first name. You know what? Fuck these guys. Why am I messing with them? That's how you deal with. There's so many people that play Souls games that like just run through the areas, and I totally get it. Damn, that one's about to pop. Holy shit! God, why do they do so much damage? Fuck, there's a million of them too. Open! Yeah, yeah, I did a full playthrough of Liza P on my channel too. I beat it. I liked Lords of the Fallen a lot. A lot of people didn't like it, but I love that game. It definitely had its flaws. And when it first came out, it had a lot of performance issues, but I really liked. I hate these glitches. They're probably not gonna like the electricity though. Damn it. Yeah, they definitely don't like this. Um, but yeah, Liza P, I really liked it. My only thing I didn't like is the world design is very linear. So you you just kind of follow like a straight path. There's not much to explore. That's one thing I like in these games, and I really, really liked Elden Ring a lot. Probably one of my favorite games, because there's so much to kind of explore and find. You know, that's always been one of my favorite things in games. Is like, you know, figuring out where to go and finding like hidden areas and shit. But I really like Liza P as far as the combat and the what you call it, the performance and uh, frame rate and everything was really good. It was a really polished game. Um, I enjoyed it. What do you mean by generic? I know You're right about Hollywood. They don't make any good shit anymore. The biggest thing for me was this new Star Wars, man. Like, I hated The Last Jedi. Like, it almost changed my life. I hated it so much. Like, I was a huge Star Wars fan growing up. Like, I never was like, I wasn't a nerd. I played sports and like had a life, but I still always kind of liked Star Wars, and I'd watch the movies a lot when I was younger. But yeah, the I actually liked the first one that came out a few years ago. What was it called? The Force Awakens. It wasn't perfect, but it was like pretty good compared to the prequels. Because I'm old enough. I was in middle school. Yeah, they definitely. You're right about that. They ruined the shit out of Luke Skywalker. But weapon broken. Great. Oh yeah, there's a chunk. Nice, nice, nice. But yeah, I like the Force Awakens. I don't know why it's cutting off some of your chats. It's cutting off some of your chats. Let me see if I can change that real quick. Hold on. I don't know why sometimes I can read your whole chat and sometimes it's cut off, so sometimes I can't see. I didn't get your last question. But yeah, the Force Awakens, I actually enjoyed it, and you remember Snoke? Like, I remember thinking like, oh, he's gonna be Darth Plagueis. Like, have you seen the old Star Wars, um, the prequels? They always made a big deal about Darth Plagueis, and I was like, he's gonna be Darth Plagueis, and then the Last Jedi came out, and he just like dies, and it was like, oh, Marvel. I'm not that big into Marvel. Like, I watch them, but I don't like run out and see them in theaters. I definitely don't like any of the new Marvel shit, but um, I kind of lost interest after Endgame. Yeah, actually never finished the newest Thor movie, Love and Thunder. I stopped like halfway through it. But I like Thor Ragnarok, and back when that came out. So back when it was like Thor Ragnarok, I saw it in theaters, and I saw Endgame in theaters, and Infinity War, and Civil War and all that. But I've never been like a super fan. Like if one comes out and it looks good, I'll go see it. Thor 4, I did watch it. That's what I just said. Isn't that Love and Thunder? Is that Thor 4? There's not a new one, is there? It's the one with Natalie Portman where she becomes Thor. Yeah, that was trash, if that's the one you're talking about. I hate these bitches so much. Yeah, Love and Thunder. I always like, oh no 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 no. I always liked Guardians of the Galaxy a lot, but the second one kind of sucked. I don't think I finished the third one. I think I started watching it and kind of lost interest. But the first one, or no, I haven't seen the third one. That's right. It was the second one that I stopped watching. Damn it, another one of these? But yeah, the Love and Thunder was horrible, you're right. It was so bad. He just like gets cancer and then because he said something to the Hammer about protecting his girlfriend. After the army, how's life? What do you mean, like getting back to being a civilian? It wasn't that big an adjustment, to be honest. I mean, I was stationed. No, yeah, I'm so glad I'm out. So glad I'm out. Especially with our current president. I wouldn't want to be serving under that corpse. But, yeah, I've been out for a long time. I got out in 2009, actually. So, I've been out for, what, 15 years? Yeah, 15 years. It's crazy. So I joined when I was 19. I just turned 19. And I was in a tank. I don't know if you know what an Abrams tank is, but it's like the U.S. Army's tank that they use. So I was that tank crewman. So I drove and gunned and loaded in a tank. And I was stationed in Germany. And then after that, I got stationed in Fort Knox in Kentucky. Biden ruined it. I see I can't read it after that. But yeah, Biden ruined everything. He's literally like, I think he's doing it on purpose too. Well, he's not. He doesn't know. He doesn't know how to tie his shoes. But there's people behind him that are absolutely like getting something out of destroying the country. It's like literally everything he's done is like. I don't want to get too political because I've I've done it before, and that's part of the reason I didn't want to say my last name. Because I've had jobs where it probably wouldn't be good, you know? Although currently I don't. But yeah, I think almost universally everybody doesn't like him though, so I'll say that, you know. I don't really meet anybody that thinks he's done well. And I'm not one of those people that like, I have friends that are both sides. Where do you live? But I was gonna say, what I was starting to say though was like, the friends that I have that even voted for him are even kind of like, yeah, he's been pretty bad. So, where are you from? Your name sounds, almost maybe like I would guess somewhere in the east, I guess. You're my dude, man. I totally agree with you. Like on pretty much everything you said. He was my guy. He was my guy. I actually had a girlfriend who was a big fan of his, and when he first started super early, she was telling me like he's gonna win, and I was like, yeah, come on. And I remember watching it happen. She made me go to like one of his rallies with her. It was wild. Like there was a girl in the audience. Oh, you're from Asia? Yeah. Um, your name looks Japanese, I guess, but I don't know much about Asia. Always wanted to visit, but I wouldn't want to go to China. But I'm starting to, I think like China's probably not that much worse than the U.S. is now. It's always seemed really authoritarian, but yeah. But yeah, it was funny. She dragged me to one of his rallies, and I was like, he's never gonna win, and like, um, all right, man, it's good talking to you. Come back sometime. Follow me and or sub to me and come in when I stream and chat. I do a lot of streams for my channel where I'm just putting stuff up, and um, a lot of times I'm just recording and don't do this too. I didn't see the rest. No, I wouldn't have guessed you were Chinese.
Welcome home. What is it?
But
Very well. Let me.
yeah, man, come in anytime. I just like I said, I record a lot of these to put up a series, so I'm not really having a chat a lot of times. But if you ever want to come in and talk, I definitely enjoy it. So enjoy talking with you.
Farewell,
I
good
gotta hop off
hunter.
too, anyways. So if
May
you're
you
watching this
find
later
your
on,
worth
I
in the
was
waking world.
just engaging with the chat. So anytime you come in, feel free to chat with me. And yeah, this will be. We got through the starting part of Cainhurst up to the shortcut, so that's there. And then we just picked up this new set, which a lot of people like. I think I like it too. Didn't have a hat, but this one goes with it pretty well. Here it is, Executioner Guard. And Executioner Gauntlets. Executioner Trousers. This is a pretty cool looking set. Definitely one of the more regal looking ones, I would guess you could say. That one doesn't look too bad with it either. Oh gosh, that one looks so stupid. I still think the hunter that's the iconic one, from the front of the game. I just like the face covering thing he has on. We'll just leave it on that. But anyways, I gotta hop off, grab something to eat, have a ciggy, and yeah. So anyone, like I said, whoever comes in, always feel free to chat and talk to me. I enjoy the engagement. So, doesn't have to be on topic. Um, may or may not respond much depending on what I'm doing. Like I said, this is a chill stream walkthrough, so kind of said it in some of the other ones, so it's not really super focused. It's just more about showing the pathing and item pickups and things. And it's been about 3 years since I played through this, so some of it's rusty, but I do remember it as I go. So just for people that are new, wanting to figure out how to get where and stuff like that. But I didn't want to do like a super exhaustive walkthrough 100% like I've done with the last few games because they are so much work. But until my channel gets a little bigger, maybe then I'll start doing them a little more consistently. But slow growth, slow growth, getting close to 200 subscribers. So yeah, anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Catch you in the next one. It's been Sweaty Zeus. If you watch this, you figured out my first name's Mason now, since they asked me, but we'll continue to go by Sweaty Zeus, which was my Xbox gamer tag. That's how I came up with that. Like, when I was like, I think 18 or 19, online gaming first came out with Xbox. I was trying to sign up and I wanted to play, and it asked if it wanted the user create a name. And I said yes, and it came up with Sweaty Zeus. So that's just kind of been my uh, moniker ever since. So, anyways, guys, talk to you later. Later.